Hello, we are doing this little short video to try to give you a very brief overview of some of the things we do at Truth Chapel, particularly regarding video streaming. We're doing audio streaming as well and some other things, but I just want to give kind of a brief rundown of the equipment, including the computer software that we have that makes this possible. And then if you have an interest in this and need more specifics, we'll certainly be happy to talk to you more about that. First of all, as far as the cameras in the sanctuary, the way we started, and we're still using these cameras, are just some relatively inexpensive personal camcorders. These are not professional, commercial grade cameras. We do have a couple of those that we'll talk about in a minute. And one day, we'd like to replace these. But this just shows how you can get started on a relatively low budget simply by using camcorders. This is a little JVC camcorder that I think on sale it was probably well under $200 or maybe close to it. The thing that we looked for when we got these is we were interested in optical zoom and also the HDMI connection, because these run into the computer that we'll show you in a minute that does the video mixing and the recording through an HDMI cable. So make sure your camcorder has an HDMI output. There's this one. We've got another tripod over on the other side of the sanctuary that has a very similar camera on it that is also HDMI. Recently, we added two more cameras. They're up on the ceiling. Nick, you can get a shot of those. These are called PTZ Optics cameras. They are connected through an Ethernet connection. So these go into our router that's here in the sanctuary, and then the computer that does the video mixing is also hooked into that router through an Ethernet connection in order for it to get out on the internet and also for it to pick up the signal from these two cameras. The neat thing about these cameras is they can be zoomed in, they can be panned, they can be tilted, all using a computer. So what you do is you connect to the cameras through a laptop computer or whatever kind of computer you want to use, even a tablet possibly. Connect up to these and you can have one person controlling even both of them if you want to. That's how we do it here. And these can get good shots of the audience and different angles of the pulpit and things like that that the camcorders won't get. I think it's very important for a professional quality video or video stream to have at least two cameras. You don't want the same shot all the time. So we started out with two. We added two more back last summer, but you want to go with at least two. Let me take you in the room now where we do the video mixing, tell you a little bit about what's going on in there, the computer and the software. Okay, here we are in the room where we do the video mixing. And what that means is somebody sits here during every service at this computer. It's a desktop computer that we got down on the floor here. It's a tower. It's a pretty powerful computer. You don't want to get a computer that's really inexpensive and not very powerful. You want to make sure you've got enough RAM, got enough processing speed and things of that nature. That's getting a little too specific for this video, but you need to consider that and need for us to talk to you about that before you proceed. You can use multiple monitors here. That would be even better, but we just got one monitor here. What you've got is a piece of software here called vMix. The vMix software takes all your inputs and lets you create the video that you're looking for. So what we have here is we have an input for every single camera, 4 inputs that are camera inputs. We also have inputs that show titles at the bottom of the screen. For example, if Brother John Smith is preaching, we want to have John Smith come on the screen every now and then at the bottom, showing his name. We may want every now and then to bring our website and our phone number up on the screen for somebody that maybe wants to call in for prayer or give a donation. You can have graphics. You can have PowerPoint presentations as inputs. Many different things can be done with this software. And then the audio input comes in through our soundboard. So, you don't want to be picking up audio from the camcorders. It's not going to be good quality. And when you switch camera inputs to produce your video, you're going to be switching audio inputs if you're doing it that way. And one camera may sound pretty decent. The other may sound far away. So you don't want that. You want one steady audio input coming from the soundboard. All that is brought in here together with this vMix software. You can stream through the vMix software. What you do is you put the name of your video host that you're going to be paying for into the vMix software. It goes out and connects to the host and it streams it. Also, the host that we use has the ability to go from that stream out to Facebook Live. The nice thing about that is we're not using bandwidth for our internet connection here at the church to stream both to our website and to Facebook Live. That would take double the bandwidth if we did that. So we stream to our host, and they stream it from there over to Facebook Live. So that really works out well. To go into more detail on that is a little bit more than we want to do on this particular video, but we just want to give you a brief overview. It doesn't have to be this complicated. This is not really complicated, but it's more than what some people are doing. But you'd be surprised if we put all these pieces together for you and gave you a price list. You'd be surprised, even if you're on a tight budget, how much of this you can do with not a whole lot of money invested in it. We're not talking about thousands and thousands of dollars if you want to stay low budget. You can certainly put that into it if you want to. You can put a lot more than that, but you don't have to. So you don't have to have 4 cameras. You could do 1 or 2. If all you want to do is Facebook Live and you've got 1 camera, you probably don't even need the vMix software. So there's a lot of different configurations depending on what you want and what budget you're looking at and how many people you have to be able to run cameras and run the computer. So we're here to help any way that we can, and we thank you for watching this video and ask you to please let us know how we can give you more information or help you with any purchases or installations. However it may be that we can help out, we'll be honored to be able to do so. Thank you.